Hello everyone, let's start a new chapter of science, that is chapter 14, Chemical Effects of Electric Current. So let's hear a conversation between shopkeeper and his customers. Neha, is this necklace made of gold? Shopkeeper, no. It is made up of copper and plated with a layer of gold metal. I have another one which is coated with silver. Rahul, but it looks exactly like gold. How can any metal be coated with another metal like this? So in this chapter, we will study the science behind the queries of the girls, and while exploring the answers to their question, we will also understand the chemical effects of electricity and its applications. Here you can see some pictures of electrical appliances. Electricity plays an important role in our day-to-day life. You must be using a number of electrical appliances such as television, electric fans, electric oven, lights, fans, etc. in your day-to-day life. Did your parents ever warn you not to touch any electrical wire or appliances with wet hands? Indeed, they must have. But have you ever thought the reason behind this? They tell you to do so to prevent you from getting an electric shock, as human body is a conductor of electricity. In the previous chapter, you have studied how the static electricity is generated. So when the two objects are rubbed, one of them becomes positively charged and other become negatively charged. The positively charged object becomes positive when it loses the electron, and the electron which becomes negative charge becomes negative when it gains the electron. So in the surrounding there are present both type of charges. After some time these two objects become neutral. In the previous classes, you have studied that flow of electric charges through a conductor produces electric current. So in most cases, an electric current is caused due to flow of electrons. So there are three types of materials on the basis of electricity to pass through them. They are conductors, insulators and semiconductors. First type of material is conductor. So let us know more about conductors. Conductor is a material that transmits energy, or we can say it passes the current through them. Even the heat can pass easily through conductors. Now let us see some examples of conductors. So here you can see aluminium, copper, silver. So all the metals are good conductors of electricity and heat. As you know that all the things or all the matter is made up of atoms. So in conductors the outermost electrons in metal are loosely bound. So they can move freely, and the movement of these electrons generate electricity. So they can pass the current. Next material is insulator. An insulator is a material that prevents the flow of energy, that is the electrical energy. Heat cannot pass through them easily, so they cannot conduct electric current. Now let us see some examples of insulator. So examples of insulating materials are like wood, plastic, rubber and so on. So they do not conduct electricity and heat. But these materials are able to generate static electricity when they are rubbed against another surface, so static electricity is generated. This is because the electrons are tightly bound within the atoms of these items. Third type of materials are semiconductors. These are the materials which have the properties of both metals and non-metals. Here you can see some examples of semiconductors like capacitor, resistor, diodes, transistors. These are some of the semiconductors. Semiconductors are poor conductors of electricity when they are at low temperature. But when the temperature is raised, they become better conductor of electricity. And when we mix the semiconductors with another element, then also they become better conductors. So they are known as semiconductors. Semi means half conductors. Now you can do one activity to test whether a given material is a conductor or an insulator. For that you need a battery or two cells, bulb and few wires, and you need some solid objects to be tested like spoon, glass, wooden block, plastic, rubber, keychain, iron nails, coin, etc. What you can do? You can do the connections as shown in this picture. You can connect the bulb with the battery with the help of copper wires. Then keep the material on the cardboard sheet. Now hold the two free ends of the copper wire in your hands and touch the material that is to be tested. The two ends of the copper wire should touch the material. Now observe what happens to the bulb in the circuit. If the bulb glows, the material is a conductor. And if the bulb does not glow, the material is an insulator. So in this way you can test a material whether it is a conductor or insulator.